Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Ria and welcome. If you're not new here, hey girl or hey guy, how you doing? Thank you guys for watching again and dealing with my craziness. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of my new videos. Today I'm going to be doing a 20 question book tag. Yay! This is my first time doing a book tag on my channel. I've done one on my blog, and I did the Elements book tag. I will link that down below so you guys can check that out. But today I'm doing a 20 question book tag. I found this book tag on Pinterest. I got it from Germain Han. I will link her website down below. She's not on YouTube. I searched. She just has a blog, and she got it from Ash Ronnel. And I will link her blog as well. So, give them credit, check them out, because that's where I got this inspiration from. So I will leave all the questions in the comment section, but I'm just gonna go through them, and I hope you guys enjoy my thoughts on this 20 question book tag. So, question number 1. How many books are too many in a series? So, for me, I guess I haven't really read a long series. I've actually started one long series, and that is the Black Dagger Brotherhood series by J.R. Ward. I think that's her name. If I'm wrong, I'll just put the correction on the video. But it's the Black Dagger Brotherhood, and there are 19 books and counting, because she just came out with a new book, I think at the end of last month. So y'all, she's been making books for a while. I don't think that it's necessarily a bad thing that she made all those books, but I did notice once I was binging them, you guys, like reading book after book after book, and I got to a point where I was kind of like tuckered out and I needed a break. So I think that's the only downside to having, a lot of books in a series. You might get tuckered out, you might need a break, you might be like, all right, I need a new story. But it's not a bad thing, because I know that's a series that I loved everything about it, and that I would pick back up in the future. Question number 2. How do you feel about cliffhangers? Y'all, I don't even think I need to let you know how I feel about cliffhangers. I hate cliffhangers. If y'all ever give me a book recommendation and it has a cliffhanger, I will be so mad. Please don't do that to me, you guys. If you love me, don't give me cliffhanger books. That is the one thing. I don't even have that many pet peeves. About a book. But a cliffhanger, y'all, that has got to be the quickest way to piss me off is with a cliffhanger. Because I hate not having answers. Like, I like when it comes together and I have answers. I hate freaking sitting around wondering, well, what if this happened, or what if that happened? Like, oh my gosh, I hate that so much. Just let me know what happened and let me sit in it and be happy. Question number 3. Hardcover or paperback? Honestly, it don't really matter to me. For me, a physical book is always going to be my first love, and I love reading that. I prefer having the physical book in my hand than having an ebook. So it doesn't really matter if it's hardcover or paperback for me. I don't have a preference. Question number 4. Favorite book? So y'all, I'm weird. No, I'm not weird. I'm indecisive, and I'm kind of indecisive about everything. So I don't really have a favorite. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't have a favorite. I have, books that I can remember that I really liked, but I'm not even going to go through all those. But I don't do favorites. So that's a little NA question for me. Question number 5. Least favorite book? The only one that I can think of is a book that I read recently that I didn't really enjoy, and that was A Nearly Normal Family by M.T. Everidson. So other than that, I can't really remember. I'm not going to lie to you guys. So that's my least favorite book. Question number 6. Love triangles, yay or nay? I think the only book that I read with a love triangle in it was Twilight. And I hated that because I was Team Jacob, and my sister Tria was actually Team Edward, and we always had this debate about who was better. Like, you guys, I'm not gonna get into her, but I was Team Jacob. So I don't really know how I feel about it. Like, I'm a hopeless romantic. I love a good love story. I love love all together. Maybe it's because, I married my high school sweetheart. Like, who knows? But I'm not saying I don't like love triangles, but I don't think they'd be my favorite just because I like, boy meets girl or however it goes and they fall in love. I love that. So I'm not going to say I hate it, but I'm not going to say I love it either. Question number 7. The most recent book you couldn't finish. So it's funny because right before I started the channel, there was a book that I was reading and I was trying to get through it, but I just couldn't. And that book was Ashley Bell. I actually have it right here. I'll show it. Ashley Bell by Dean, I think it's Nuts. Correct me if I'm wrong. Nuts. And this it's pretty thick, as you guys can see. And it wasn't, I don't know, this book was kind of weird for me. Like, it's not that I didn't like it. It was just a little slow. And I think the mind space that I was in, I couldn't finish it. So in the future, this is something that I would go back to because based off the synopsis, this book seemed like it was going to be really interesting. I don't know if timing was wrong or what, but yeah. Ashley Bell by Dean Nooks. If you read it, let me know if it's good or not, or if it's bad, just to save me some time. Question number 8. A book you're currently reading. Right now, I am reading 2 books. The first book is As Seen in the Mirror by Caleb Rock. And the second book is The Weight of Shadows by Carl Holton. That is for my buddy read group. So for the month of May, I had a buddy read, and this is the book that we're reading together. Me and my buddy read group mates will have a video on that at the end of the month. So be on the lookout for that. Question number 9. Last book you recommended to someone. This will always be a recommendation. Pretty Girls by Karen Slaughter. I will recommend this book to the day that I die, or until I read something that blows me away more than Pretty Girls did. Which, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I don't even know if I'm gonna find that. I don't know. Don't quote me. But as of now, there's nothing topping that. So, Pretty Girls by Karen Slaughter. If you have not read it yet, you need to go read it like yesterday. Question number 10. Oldest book you've read. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I don't really like old books. But there was one book, and I actually read it in high school in 11th grade, called The Crucible by Arthur Miller, and it was a 1953 play. And I had to Google that, y'all. But I do remember enjoying that book. I remember enjoying the plot. And it was a play. I didn't even remember it was a play. But yeah, The Crucible. Question number 11. Newest book you've read. So the newest book I read is I Can't Sleep by J.E. Rowney. I did a blog post on that, and I will link it down below. This book actually isn't even out yet. This book doesn't come out into October. So, y'all, this is new. Like, real new. So, when that comes out, I will let you guys know. But check out the review I did for that, just to give you a little hint of what's going to go on. Oh, and there are some gentle spoilers in that book. In that post. I did not know, or I didn't think about it when I posted it, but there's nothing that will take away from the plot. So yeah, check that out. Favorite author. As I said before, I don't do favorites. Too indecisive. So that's another NA question for me. Question number 13. Buying books or borrowing? So, up until this booktube journey, I'm not gonna lie, guys. When I first, in life, I always bought books. But when I got married, my husband realized how fast I read, and he cut me off, y'all. He cut me off. He said, you can't buy any more books because you're reading them too fast and wasting money. And I'm going to argue with him because most of the books I only read once and I don't read again. So I got all my books from the library. But since I started the booktube journey, I'm going to be doing some book subscriptions. You know what I mean? I'm going to buy more books because I ain't gonna lie, I'm a little jelly, y'all. I see everybody with their bookcases, and I miss having my bookcase. When I lived at home with my parents, I had my bookcase, and I had all my books. So I will be buying books more often. My dog just jumped into my lap. Sorry, y'all, that threw me off. Gwenny, stop. But yes, so library and buying will be my things from now on. She always has to be close to me. I cannot do anything about this girl being out of the way. Question number 14. A book you dislike that everyone seems to love. This is another NA question for me. I'm still new to the booktube community, and before this I haven't really discussed books with anybody. I was just like a loner book nerd. So I haven't really read any books that other people have read. I haven't heard any complaints about any books that I read. So until then, I don't know. NA. Number 15, bookmarks or dog ears. I don't know. I guess some people might hate me for this, but dog ears. When I was younger, I used to try bookmarks, but I never used them. I'd sit them aside when I start reading, and I end up dog earing. So I love dog earing. I can easily get back to the point in the book that I was at. This Ashley Bell book. It's actually dog eared. Hope you can see it. Dog eared. That is me with every book. I love dog earing. That's my go-to. Number 16, a book you can always reread. So I haven't reread a book in a really long time, but there are two books that I can remember vividly, and I've reread multiple times. The first book is Sam's Letters to Jennifer by James Patterson. I've read this book, I think, twice, maybe 3 times, but this is when I was going through my romance phase. I love this book. If you guys have not read this book, go check it out. It's so good. It's a perfect romance. If you know James Patterson, he's an amazing romance writer. So go check that book out. And the second book is Riding Dirty on the I-95 by Nikki Turner. I've read this book 3 times. I know for a fact. Y'all, this is when I was going through my gangster book phase. I will talk more about my gangster book phase in the future. I may even get back into my gangster book phase. I don't know yet. It depends on how I'm feeling. But that's one of my gangster books, and when I was going through that phase, I love that book so much. It's like a romance, you know what I mean? But it's got the little hood aspects in there, and I loved it. If you haven't read that and you're into gangster books, check it out. If you want to get into gangster books, check it out. Question number 17. Can you read while listening to music? I have not tried to do this. I can read while there's noise in the background. I don't like it, but I can. So maybe I could read while listening to music, but that's not really my preference, and I haven't really tried that. I like to focus when I'm reading. Number 19. Do you read a book in one sitting or over multiple days? So for me, it kind of depends. If I'm not doing anything else and I start a book and it's good, I'm going to just sit and read it in one sitting. But you know, adulting life, you got stuff to do, you got other things to get done, and you can't just always sit and read. Well, at least, you know, I can't. Not like I want to. Like, I would spend a whole day reading, and that is all. So I would say both answers apply to me. I can do either or. I prefer to just sit in one sitting and knock it out. I like to know what's going on. I like to figure out to the ending. I don't really like to wait. I'm impatient. So yeah. Last question, number 20. Who do I tag? I'm going to tag my girl C Tina at C Tina Loves to Read. I'm going to tag Susan at Sus Reads. Tagging Hannah at Hannah Books and Other Things. Kristen at Perks of a Book Flower. Shout out to Kristen because she was the first one to really comment on my first video. She's super sweet, you guys. Go check out her channel. I'm going to tag Lost in a Bookcase because she's always commenting on my videos and she's super supportive and she's weird and quirky like me and I love it. And Tara at TayB_EJ. So I'm tagging those people. I don't really know how tagging works, y'all. I just see people leaving the links. I don't know if that tags them or not. I guess we'll see. But thank you for watching this video. If you like this tag and you have some tags that you want me to do, leave them linked below and I'll check them out and I'll add them to my list. Have a nice day, guys. See ya.